Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Sandy, and welcome to Environmental Coffee House. Um, Tonight is a show I have been planning for a year and a half, maybe more. And it's ladies' night, but men are welcome, of course. I know my demographic. I know our demographic. We're not going to have 100 people watching because of the way I advertised it. I said it was ladies' night, but, well, men could come too. So I'm going to start out. I want to talk about the word crone and the circle of life. And, depending on who you ask, you can get a spectrum of definitions for the word crone. And some of them are not very flattering. Dictionary.com tells us that a crone is an old woman who is thin and ugly. And don't you just love it when they go straight to the physical to define a woman? The crone or dark mother is the last aspect of the triple goddess. Together with the mother and the maiden, she represents part of the circle of life, according to the Goddess Guide. Those of us who have the good fortune to live long enough to be a crone are taking it back because we have earned it. With every step taken, every tear and every scar healed, we are reclaiming our right to be crones. We are letting our inner dark mother, we're letting her out. We are sitting with our crone goddess. We are not thin, we are not ugly, and we are not old. We are crones. We are embracing the final chapter of a woman's well-lived life experience. We are recognizing the gifts we offer humanity. We are the holders of wisdom. We are the storytellers. We are the healers. We are the bearers of truth. We are the keepers of the boundaries. We are the ones who give no fucks, show no fear, and take no shit. We have survived all which life has thrown at us with the grace of the universe. We are the survivors of all the things. We have created life, art, adventures, magic. The world is a different place because of the paths we have taken and the lives we have touched. And we are far from done. Namaste. Namaste.
Turn it up. Picture a chick that's mean. Amplify the pitch and I'll become a scream queen. Motherfucker, don't test me. You address me with respect or you check like the rest. See, I'm possessed when I'm pissed. More scary than the omen or the exorcist. I'm sick with this. Infamous when I spit the original bitch. With the trademark lips. Check your discs, you'll find me. But if you don't, better check your history. First dropped in 1990. One of a kind. When Easy signed me. Raised in the sun on that gangster shit. And I'm paying my dues, so don't trip. Oh, you got a problem with it? Yeah, I'm back and I flip the script to a new chapter, like the rapture. So get left behind or adapt your mind to rewind and to read the signs like a pastor. Before and after, the hair got blacker, the voice got deeper, I got stronger while they got weaker, cheaper, showing that ass like trash. But I'ma come back with class and pass to shedding insult to those egos. My lips are lethal, tongue deadly as a gun on a microphone. Beware the crone. cauldron boil and bubble with blood, sweat and honesty, blowing kisses to my critics. Like a true OG, winds calling through the trees. Hecate, I call upon thee, find my enemies and leave them weak. From the poetry I speak, guard the circle which I cast. With a wolf and clear my path as I go faster, cause I have to craft a rhyme designed to catch a thief and kill a mockingbird. Line to line and word for word, the mistress of magic will be rich. Beguile as I kick it freestyle, watch the transformation happen. From screaming back to rapping, tapping into my intuition. On a mission, y'all keep wishing I'd go away, but I won't. I'm here to stay like a woman's vote, throwing up the goat as a quote Macbeth, what's done is done. But I ain't done yet, let that resonate like the bell jar while I write my memoir, invoking smoke from the microphone. Beware the crone. Beware the crone. Just like a Medusa, she will turn you to stone. I said, beware the crone. Beware the crone. Just like a Medusa, she will turn you to stone. Turn you to stone, yeah. I step into the light, you adjust the lens. Hocus pocus, I'm back again. Wonder how, what, why, where the fuck I've been. You can't focus or comprehend. I transcend the underground. When the sky is black and the moon is round, I rise like the tides of Sebring, straight from the city of angels and got wings, symbolic of a phoenix from a flame. And Miss Dame still got game and a name. Verses in my veins, giving birth to a new life. Takes pain and labor, lots of flavor with heart. Won't compromise myself and my art. Like Joan of Arc, I slay the microphone. Beware the crone.
Beware the crone. Absolutely. I hope you liked it. I loved it. And it went perfectly with what I've got planned tonight. And what I've got planned tonight is to talk about the circle of life, and not just my life, but all of our lives. I made it the ladies' show. Of course, men are welcome, but I wanted to talk to you, ladies. You, crones. I know what the demographics are of our Facebook, YouTube. And it is mostly men. And I've been cultivating this relationship with women and with me and Jennifer. And we don't not love our men. We love collapsed men. We love the men in our genre. But we need to speak to each other. Absolutely, we need to speak to each other. And I've got some things that I'm going to read, and I'm going to take you on a journey. And I named it Hello, My Name Is, for a reason. And if you saw the community page on the Facebook, I keep saying Facebook, on the YouTube, I had done a little poll. And, oh, look at Liz is here. My friend from high school I invited to this. So I I planned this to have it interactive with you ladies and you gentlemen, you know, whoever's with us. So I wanted to start out with an article that well, we're all here, right? So let's look at the 7 signs that we might be becoming a crone. And if you looked at my video in the beginning, you'll see that I did use the graphics from this, and everything will be in the links in the show notes. So Crone, the wise old woman, the healer, the healer. We heal. In the Celtic tradition, the of the three aspect of a woman's life, or the triple goddess, we see them as the maiden, the innocent child, or youthful woman, the mother, the nurturer, and the crone, the wise old woman. In some cultural traditions, women have become crones when they reach the age of 50, and in others, it's when she enters menopause. Today, a woman becomes a crone when she damned well feels she is. And I'm proud of it. I thought I might give you some clues that you may be heading in the crone direction of life so that when you see things, you can ready yourself to embrace the most empowering part of your life. But before I do, let me assure you that a crone is not haggard, shriveled up woman. No, and none of us are. The crone has been given a bad rap. And in the past times, not our past, not that rap we just watched, but they are changing for when women are living longer and are in better health. The average age of life expectancy in Canada and other countries vary. It's 80 years old. So your crone years could come, in reality, be the longest part of your life. Even 50 years ago, which was 1970, by the way, we only averaged 72 years as our life expectancy. Today, women are living longer, fuller, happier lives. It's time for the mature women of the world to fully embrace the senior years of our lives. Youth may still rule this modern culture, but age and wisdom will always win out in the end. The invisible woman. The invisible woman. One of the first and earliest signs that you are moving towards your crone years is when you become invisible to society. This can be a big hit to the ego, as a lot of women identify themselves by their outward appearance. I remember with perfect clarity the first time I was walking out in public and noticed that men, both young and old, they were looking right past me. No longer being noticed for my looks, no longer capturing the appreciative eye of the opposite sex as they passed me by, I had become invisible. Unless you are blessed with exceptional genes, there will come a time when you too will become invisible to the world. You will notice that flirting no longer achieves the results that it once did. Your outward appearance begins to lose its power to attract, charm, and beguile. If you are at all insecure, the loss of your outer allure can be devastating. Sadly, we all age, but in order to grow to the next stage of life, you must evolve from being your superficial outer identity and create a new kind of beauty, one of confidence, power, and inner knowing. Developed right, you can free yourself from societal expectations of how you should look and begin to transition into complete acceptance of who you really are. Your bullshit meter goes way up. Clarity and truth, they become superpowers when you begin. Okay, emotions needed to motivate you to break free of restrictions that life has saddled with you so you can begin to form your own opinions based on what you believe to be true. Words like bitchy may be whispered behind your back, but you'll find that you just don't care. In fact, you begin to care less and less what other people think, and you may even tell them as much. You become selfish. The mother archetype tends to be selfless. She'll put the needs of the people and the things she cares about ahead of her own needs. Her drive is to nurture, even at the expense of her own fulfillment. But clarity and truth demands action, and so the emerging crone in her may start to stick up for herself a little more. As you progress towards becoming a crone, instead of being selfless, you become to start, you're getting a little selfish when you realize that you have fulfilled all the requirements of what society has expected from you. You were the good child, student, girlfriend, lover, wife, mother, employee, etc. It's time to ask the most important question that you may ever ask yourself. What is it that I want out of life? The search begins. This one question opens a Pandora's box of possibilities, and you may find yourself questioning a lot about your life. What do I really believe in? What would I like to do with my free time? Do I want to stay in this career, this marriage? What do I want to be? And so the soul search for answers begins. Some refer to this search as a midlife crisis. I prefer to look at this search as an apprenticeship for the new and improved woman that you, me, all of us are in the process of becoming. The key here is to remember to stay open and curious to the choices and possibilities that are out there for your life. Intuition, your real superpower. Women are intuitive beings. As mothers, we are known to have eyes in the back of our heads, and we're not all mothers either. But as we get older and we have less outer responsibilities to clutter our thoughts, our intuition, it really begins to ramp up. We are becoming selfish and beginning to get to know ourselves once again, maybe even for the first time. We're exploring our likes, our passions. Hopefully, we are following our curiosity. We are relying on our gut instincts and using our intuition, our voice as our guide. You may find that you become more introverted and relish quiet time now. You may find that you prefer your own company and find peace with the thoughts in your head. You may find that you prefer your own counsel over that of others when making decisions based, because it feels right. This is your intuition working, and the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. True confidence. When you rely on your own intuition more than the opinions and expectations of others, an amazing thing happens. You begin to truly stand in your own power and become the most authentic version of yourself. This is confidence. And the reason this blog, which I will have the link in, is called Crone Confidence. This is you expressing your beauty from within. People begin to notice you once again because you shine with that kind of power that attracts others to you. The choice is yours, guys, as to whether you want to remain invisible to the outer world and quietly shine your light to a select group, or whether you want to stand in this power and show the world who you really are. It is at this time that many women take on a new passion or project, one that reflects the answers to all the questions, all the searching, and all the growth that has occurred during transformation from mother, wife, sister, helper, caregiver to crone. True wisdom. The apprentice has become the master. A crone takes everything that she has learned over her lifetime, all her experiences, her loves, her losses, her triumphs, and her failures, and she synergizes them into her own unique wisdom. But it is not enough to be intuitive, confident, and knowledgeable. The truly wise crone understands that she has a new role in life, that of mentor. For what is good is all that knowledge and wisdom. if nobody else learns from it? You see, one does not only become a crone because the maiden and the mother aspects of her life will always be inside her as well. To be a crone is to manifest the best aspects of all three. Crone, it's just a title. So is grandmother, matriarch, senior, and old lady. They are just terms to describe a time in our life. The more important consideration is what this particular time represents to the individual. You can dawdle off to your sunset years and retire into a life of quiet and peace, and it's nobody's business but yours if you do. Or you can evolve into the third act of your life and squeeze out every last drop of it as the grand thing you have been potentialed to become. And it isn't that why we chose to incarnate into human beings in the first place, to experience all that this human existence has to offer. So doesn't it make sense that if we are constantly growing and evolving in life, that we would come to a point of critical mass where we are at the level to take all that we have learned and manifest ourselves into a version that not only continues the learning process, but freely offers the unique wisdom of our experiences to those evolving behind us. That is the essence of the crone. Is she in you? Do you feel her awakening? Are you beginning to see the signs? Are you? Are you now? Now, I thought that was pretty gosh darn good. And there is another page we're gonna go to. But first, we're gonna look at all of your comments so far and see. Do you understand? Call me Badsavita. Hello, hello, hello. So I have been going through this whole thing, and I thought, a lot of our followers have been also. And believe me, you don't have to be a mother to get to be a crone, because just by virtue of the fact that you're a woman, you've had those feelings of caregiving, of care, of love. And men do too. I'm not dispelling them, but we've lived in a patriarchy, and I've lived 6 decades in it. So I understand it. And when I said to you guys, I know the demographics, I do. I know them. And if you can see this, the demographics here are men. 77% men watch our channel, and 22.4% are female. And of course, the age goes up because we are crones. And so these are the men that follow crones. And also they like our information. So this is the Crone Goddess website, and I'm going to have all the links in here because this is really, really cool. I think it's super duper cool. And I think you guys will like it. I'm not a tarot card reader. I'm not a spiritualist. I'm not a horoscope person. But I can read the Crone cards. We are going to. And it's going to be interactive. And I'm going to pick cards based on what you say in the chat, and we'll read them. They go from A to they're not tarots though. They're crone cards, and I really like it. All the links will be in there. Back when I wanted to do this show at first, I asked one of the women to be my guest, and she must have taken a look at the channel and said it wasn't what she was interested in at that time. And I thought, well, her loss. but our gain. So this website, again, everything will be in there. There are so many different kinds of goddesses, and we are all goddesses, girls. We may be goddesses of the Anthropocene, but we're still goddesses nonetheless. And it took me a long time to feel like that. Every part of my life was hit by the patriarchy in some way, and I'm not putting you gentlemen down. It is just what we live through. If I wasn't good looking enough, I was too fat, I was too thin. I worked myself out at the gym to death. I lived being always worried about what others thought in my job, my career. Am I doing good enough? And recently, as you all know, I got my final divorce papers. And in my life, I never thought that would happen. I never did. And it did. And it has been a freeing, amazing experience. I've been married at least 30 years of my life and been in relationships more, longer than that. And so I wanted to tell you, I had been thinking about getting rid of the channel, about saying goodbye. I literally was getting very tired. And I thought, are we even reaching anybody? Are we even making a difference? And you know what? I always say it's quantity, it's the quality over quantity. And it is. And when I was thinking this, I'm tired. And I thought, what would it be like just to watch movies, play with the cats, clean the house, grow my plants, and not do this? And I thought, I don't think that that's me. I don't think so. But it's been a journey. And I started this journey after I retired medically. And I started this environmental coffee house thing. And I have invaluable relationships from that. Jennifer, being my partner, is one of them. And all of you, Patty and Allison and Judy Truitt and Shadow Star Ace and Trulia and Allison and Kim, thank you for moderating. And look at the women that are here. Scott's here and Patty's here, Janet's here. And I love you, Scott, for being here. John Glad is here. It's amazing. It is amazing that you are here with me. And it makes me say, I am a crone. I'm growing into what? The next door. It's funny. I got the divorce papers, and hey, I can talk about. I thought I would be so happy. I would be just deliriously happy because I was so deliriously unhappy. And when I got them, it was not as I expected it to be. I got depressed. And not because I wanted that person back, but because I had been in some kind of legal thing, for so long that this one closed. It's over. And what do I do now? There's no fight. I fought with long-term insurance company. I've had a divorce that took way longer than it should ever have. I've been in the system and I'm thinking, honey, I am divorced. It is done. And that was the thing, though. That was the thing. It was like, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling sad? Why am I feeling uh, lost, even though I have so much going on? And I retreated. I retreated. But I'm not going to retreat because I'm now embracing the crone, and another birthday is coming. And I'm not getting any younger, and I'm not feeling always fantastic, but I do all of the things I do here, just like all of you do. Nadia and Kim and Patty, I know how much you all do because you're with me. And yes, legal battles are the worst. Something in some way has been going on with insurance since 2017. So, yes, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's the thing, Laura. I was numb, but I felt like, okay, it's over. Now what? Now what? Okay. So before we go on to the next article, I don't know if you guys went to the community page, but for shits and giggles, I had a lot of fun with this. And I had put up, can you see it? Okay, I put up a little survey. And it said, now that I am legally divorced, I'm thinking I should change my last name, although everybody knows it as Shellis. I don't know how much it costs. I don't want to go back to either one of my other names because they are from the past. I'm going to put up a couple of ideas. Feel free to post ideas for a last name as long as they are not rude and ignorant. Not that I give a fuck anymore. I'm just not in the mood for it. That's all. So the names I put are the names I have been using. Sandy Blue Ocean, Sandy Arctic. I don't even know where Sandy Coffee came from. You know, back in the day, I knew a chick named Coffee, but, well. So I want to read you the responses. It was really cute. And 71% of the whopping 49 votes are for Sandy Blue Ocean. Now, of course, I don't know how much it costs to do any of that because when you get divorced, you can change your name back to one of the names you've had legally, but I don't want to. I mean, I could keep Shellis. It's perfectly nice. It looks good. It rolls off the tongue. I married it, but I've been known as Shellis ever since I've had Environmental Coffee House. So let's go, because this was fun. Sandy Dollar. A sand dollar. All right, let's go. Let's go. And let me see. All right, here we go. Let's have fun with these comments because they were fun. So it is stressless because I'm trying to take the stress away from you guys, right? All right. So Jean said, oh, wait, did I want to go from the newest or to the oldest? Let's go to the newest. Okay. So the newest was Singing Way, who is a beautiful butterfly. Blue Ocean is beautiful because it evokes the image of lovely, clear water above a beautiful coral reef, which at the same time is issuing a gentle warning of the event we wish to avoid. And isn't that true? Absolutely. Isn't that true? If you add some more middle names, you'll have more legal names to do other channels with as your creativity continues to multiply. Multiply. I like the sound of water added to names. Clearwater, Raina, River. I like them too. So let's give you the heart. Okay. And another heart for you. Blue Ocean is also a great surname, but let's not forget that a blue ocean event in the Arctic would be somewhat troubling. Somewhat? A little more than somewhat. Okay, Jean, here's an idea as Jean's throwing out. I know women who have changed their last name to their mother's first name and then child. For example, Judith's child or Susan's child, or they just take their mother's maiden name. I think changing your last name is a great idea. Much love. Oh, wow. And she did it. Singing Way did it. See, leave it to my gals. Leave it to my gals. All right. So choose the one that calls to your heart and that I can afford. I haven't even asked my lawyer yet. Wait in. I offer you my last name, but I already gave it to someone. That's pretty funny. Suzanne said, we love you the way you are because you're the real deal. Whatever the real deal is. What is the real deal? I don't know. I hope so. I felt like at times I haven't been the real deal. I felt like at times I didn't even know what the real deal was. But how many of you have felt like that? Bye, Liz, and thank you so much for coming, my dear longest friend. Thank you for coming. All right, so let's go. It's my I could be, oh, Bila, I could be Italian. I have DNA in there, believe it or not. Sandra Abadanza has a nice ring. Now, where are my sound effects? Oh my gosh. I don't know where my sound effects are. Oh, well. I'm not going to worry about it. Sandy Coffee doesn't sound good. Sandy Ocean, that sounds good. How about Sandy Beach to your friends? Or Sandy Mariana Seabright to on your Babylon documents. That's cool. I like that. You know, Sandy Beach. I went to high school with Richard Beach. So I had to go through all of this shit all through high school. Wow, Sand, if you marry Richard, you're going to be Sandy Beach. So, no thanks. R.I.P. Richard, though. He has passed. Now, here's one. Sandy Deadman. That's we're all dead men. We're all dead men. Not yet. Or Sandy Cannabis. How well do you know me? All right. Sandy smiles because you keep doing it despite the grim news. I do. And you know what? I put back to you that smile muscles actually have mental health benefits, believe it or not. If I didn't smile, I would cry a lot more. And you know, they really do. Honest to God, they do. I learned it in my undergrad psychology that you smile and you feel better. These muscles do something. So I smile. Even if it's horrible things that I'm smiling. Oh, collapsing with Casey. I wanted to change my name to Dick Satan in the 90s, but the costs were in the thousands. That I don't know about. I really honestly don't. Dick Satan. Sandy Shores is my vote. All right, Scott. How about this one? Sandy Cares. For me. I don't know who you are, though. I care for everybody on the channel. Or Sandy Wassuff. Sandy, we are so fucked. B, you really like Blue Ocean. And Sandy Blue Ocean sounds the best. In my buddy said Sandy Gardner, which is actually what I love to do, or Sandy Wilder. Sandy Wilder, huh? I'm not wild anymore. Nope. I don't know about Sandy Wilder. Give yourself 3 middle names as well, so as well as a new surname, so your initials are WASF. All right, guys, WASF. Wendy, Wanda, Amy is my middle name. That's funny. All right. Hi, Blue Raven. All right. Art and Craft. Sandy Echo. Environmental Coffee House Ocean. Or ECBO. Adding blue before the ocean. Now, that's a good one. I like that one. What do you think? Oh, my nose is itchy. And I need a quick drink of my vitamin water. So I think the ocean is a good one. Sandy Blue Ocean. We like that. ECBO. Somebody had a reply. Oh, could be pronounced echo for or for environmental emphasis. Okay. Sandy Beaches, no thanks. I already explained that one. Sandy Blue Ocean sounds the most pleasant and inviting, but it's also a BOE. I thought that's how she meant it. It's a good name. Well, the oceans are blue and they are beautiful. Liam said coffee. Now, Trish, I don't know if Trish is with us, but this was hilarious. Trish said, Sandy Blue Ocean and make your middle name soon to be E. Sandy soon to be Blue Ocean. That one, that's pretty hairy. That one is holy shit. Sandy soon to be Blue Ocean. What do you think? We are Sandy Mori. And Trulia said congratulations. And Supremo, let me move this up a little bit. He said Sandy Amunston. That was an interesting one. So there you go, guys. I have now given you Sandy Sunshine. Oh my God. I think Sandy Sunshine's a little corny. Don't you think that's a little corny? Sandy Sunshine. Sandy Birdseed. Okay, Sandy Birdseed. Sandy Dreamer. Maybe I am a dreamer. Yes, brainstorming. It's fun. I probably won't even change it. Ooh, Sandy Playa. Playa is the beach in Spanish. That is interesting. And I'm not a TikToker. I don't go on TikTok. But then again, you might be meaning it tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock goes the clock. Tick-tock. All right. Kim, you don't look at the community page. Sandy Bright Star. Boy, you guys are making me feel pretty good. So there we go. And B likes Playa. So if I could afford a lawyer and I Sandy Riverbed. I didn't see that one. All cool ideas. Thank you guys. I thought this was fun. Definitely. Gotta have some fun. You gotta get out of the doom and gloom. We know that things are bad. We know that we are in trouble. We know. We definitely know. So basically, guys, this is where we are. And I don't have a lot more other than I wanted to show you this one. And then we're going to do the cards because I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's similar to what you saw before and what I read, but they will all be in the show notes. Her mystical, magical abilities have also be transformed along with her. She may have possessed certain magical abilities before, but now they are transformed. See, and I just have to believe it. I have to believe it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to look at the cards. And we are going to look at you guys. All right. There are a lot of cards. Would anybody like me to just pick a card for them? I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, and I'm going to do this and this because that's the station break. Buy us a coffee, like and subscribe. We're actually getting a few more subscribers, which is pretty cool, especially when I was ready to absolutely just say goodbye. And now I'm not. So I won't. Okay. Who would like me to pick a card for them and read them? It's not a tarot. It's not telling you anything. It's not telling you anything other than something to feel good. So how about I pick a card? I'm going to pick someone else. Karen, I'm picking one for Karen Reese, okay? I'm picking a card for Karen Reese. I'm going to keep my eyes closed. And I'm going to pick a card for Karen. Because she's a beautiful person. Okay. Karen. Karen is fire. She's fire. Now, one of the things about being a crone is that you've earned the glasses. Fire. Forgiveness. Wait a second. I got to get them on. Okay. When we understand that we have been both, fire. Okay. When we understand, fire, the origin of the creative force in its true form represents purification or burning away the dross. The phoenix was reborn from the ashes. Honor the creative fire within you, Karen. Feed your passions. Fan the flames higher. That was nice. And by the way, guys, this is all fake. Just so you know. Okay. So Karen got the fire. Who's next? Who is next? All right. How about Dwayne? Okay, Dwayne. Let's do Dwayne. Let me pick one for Dwayne. Dwayne is going to be a crone tonight, although he's a just graduating soon with a PhD crone, who we are very, very proud of. All right. Dwayne, I've got one for you. South. This is Dwayne. He just has to click the shoes together. South. In the clear, hot noon, who has the time to sit and eat when music plays and the red shoes still fit? Dance in the direction of letting go, of passion, of being who you truly are in the moment. Be renewed by that fire within. Fire, one of my favorite things. There you go, Dwayne. All right. Who's next? Let me see. I'm going through. Come on, guys. Okay, Singing Way, my dear friend. We will pick one for you. I am just going through them. I am not picking other than what I think it comes out. Again, I'm not magic, I'm not spiritual, I'm just a crone. Fear. She got fear. When we are afraid of something, we can actually attract it to ourselves. Consider this definition. Fear equals false expectations appearing real. Many times we have been frightened of something only to find that our worries were unfounded. Let go of the fear. Let go. Let go of the fear. I have to say thank you. Hi, John. I know you can't stay, but thank you. Thank you. That was a good one for you. Patty P? Patty P, can I do you? Okay, Patty. I'm picking one for Patty. She had earlier said she had a bad day. Okay, Patty. Night. Patty gets night. We have another life between sunset and sunrise. The dark net of night falls upon us, allowing us to rest and regenerate. The dreaming subconscious uses our imagination to teach and enlighten. Dreams are the first stepping stones to manifesting reality. Travel beyond space and time. Sleep peacefully and remember to dream. And you know, a lot of people say that dreaming is something that, you know, you have no control over. But if you want to dream and you push yourself and think about it, you're going to dream. You're going to dream. Who's next? Who's next? Come on. All right, Kim. You're next, Kim. Okay. Here's Kim. Ooh. Kim gets transformation. Wow, Kim. Transformation. Energy does not die. It simply transforms. Life is born into life over and over. Do not fear the transition. Perpetuate trust. Welcome the soul's journey. Surrender. Surrender. Yes, that's a good one. Judy Truitt. Okay, I will do you after prepping, Mr. Prepping. Judy Truitt. Oh, Judy got north. Judy, wonderful Judy. North. Give thanks for warm boots as you climb the mountain called Evening of Life. Look toward the pole star, the still point, as you pray to overcome. Let your experience inspire others to gather and share as your elder name, teacher. Judy, teacher. Wow. And I want to do, where is Christine? Where is she? CJ. Okay, CJ. Let's get you, CJ. Okay. CJ. Earth. What a beautiful card. In an endless cycle, the feminine, as ancient and eternal as nature, constantly rebirths itself. Come into the motion of the origin of all things. Come be rocked and lulled by the mother deep. Remember to nourish her as she nourishes you. Earth. CJ, you are Earth. You are Earth. Okay. Minnetonka prepping. We're going to do you. All right, here we go. Water. You got water. And he knows how water is very, very, very important. Water represents emotional energy, intuition, the deep mind, and receptivity. Water's fluidity adapts to whatever environment or form it finds itself in without losing its essence. As the ocean mother responds to the pull of lunar energy, we in our bodies of water respond to the ancient ones. Listen to your inner rhythms. That, in my opinion, was perfect for you. It was perfect for you. I loved it. Okay, Shadow Star Ace. We have not done yours yet. B, did I do yours, B? Oh, B, let me do one really quick. Let me do one for you. Okay, B, before you leave. B gets grace. Grace. Beautiful for her. Grace. Ask for guidance. Prayer moves us into a personal connection with the divine. When we remember to ask, we are bathed in grace. Grace calms and reassures us. Painful lessons are essential to our growth. If you are experiencing a dark night of the soul, remember to ask, listen, and receive grace, the unearned gift. Thank you, B. I'm glad that you were here to see that. Now, Shadow Star Ace. Okay. I'm picking the cards. I'm not looking at them. Shadow Star Ace. Friendship. Laughing over a cup of tea, the world falls away. A phone call at midnight, a shirt of a kind ear. Love and trust must hold hands to survive. Often our family of choice consists of close friends. Without them, our lives would not be complete. Appreciate friendship. Make the effort. That was beautiful. These are all quite beautiful. And we needed this. We needed this tonight. We know what we're looking at. We know what the younger kids are looking at. We know the sadnesses that abound on the earth. Donald, and then Scott, did I read yours? I'm starting to forget now. Okay. Donald, surrender. Surrender, Donald. Surrender. Breathe. Let go of whatever life stresses you are experiencing. What you resist persists. Release any illusion that you have control. Surrender to whatever opportunity presents itself instead of what you think should happen. Be at ease with change. Say yes more often. Disengage from the current and float. That's yours, Donald. Everything seems to feel like it fits. Wow. Scott, did I read yours? What's wrong with me? I don't know. Nadia, did I read yours? Now I'm forgetting who I read. All right. Scott, I will do yours. Okay. I'm going to do Scott's. Okay. Scott. Laughter. Laughter. Laughter has the amazing power to penetrate some of our darkest moments. Laughter brings us into the light of the present, healing and leaving us feeling young and alive again. Let go and laugh. Let go and laugh, Scott. Wow. These are beautiful. These are beautiful. Okay. Who else would like to be? Who else have I missed? Jimmy, would you like me to do yours? Welcome, Jimmy. I'll do yours. Okay. Jimmy. Okay. Jimmy. Generations. Jimmy, you have generations. Beautiful. Sometimes we wonder what legacy we will leave. What song, dream, advice, or story will be passed along. We can now be of great influence. Older women have passion, time, guts, and experience. Some say, when the grandmothers speak, the earth will be healed. Look 7 generations ahead. Beautiful. Nadia. Okay, Nadia. Nadia, darling. Okay, Nadia. Nadia. Oh my God, I can't believe I picked this one for Nadia. Nadia. Wisdom. Wisdom. The wise woman begins by knowing herself. As we acknowledge our own needs, we can then give freely to others. We are the keepers of traditions for our families, tribes, and communities. Our life experience brings deep, thorough, mature understanding and insight. Our value lies in our sound judgment and keen perception. Trust your knowing. This is you, Nadia, from what I know of you on our Discord. Trust your knowing. You've got the wisdom. Oh my God, I've got chills. Holy shit. Wow. This has been really good. Now we have to do veg, and then I've got something to play for you, and we are done. All right. Let me get one. These are giving me the chills. Okay. Veg. I'm going to cry. These are just insanely on target. Wow. Insight. Vegematic Insight. If you haven't watched his channel, this is him. Insight. From the beginning, women and men have had a sixth sense for finding the true nature of a thing or person. This quality reminds us that we are much connected. We are connected to a much larger comprehension and understanding than our own. These insights, hunches, and gut feelings support us in our quest for the truth. Be open and trusting of your inner sight. If it feels right, it most likely is right. Look within. Oh my gosh. These have been amazing. I'm going to pull yours now, Gary. Okay, Gary. Gary. Forgiveness. Wow. Forgiveness. Gary. Wow. When we understand that we have been both victim and victimizer in the cycle of learning, we realize that judgment is meaningless. First, learn how to forgive yourself. We can only hope that everyone is doing the best they can in the moment. Let forgiveness free you. Wow. That was pretty cool. Okay. The cover of the box. And let me take that down. Wisdom of the Crone. When you seek the truth, ask the wise woman. And here, you're all caring people, regardless of man or woman. We care about you. Dan, would you like me to do yours? I'm going to do Dan's. Dan. Air. As the breath of life animates the body, the elements of air stimulates the mind. Ideas manifest into reality. Breathe in, stay curious and interested, study, learn, and create. Knowledge is your power. Open yourself to all that exists. Let it fill you. And Bila, did I do yours? I think I forgot you. See, at a year older and being a crone, I forget. You want me to do me? Bila, did I do you? Please say yes or no. All of a sudden I forgot. Holy shit, I don't think I did. All right. I'm going to do mine. Oh my. I don't know if you should do your own. We'll see. Endurance. Wow. In the dictionary of wisdom, the word endure comes right after survive. Nature's capacity to heal over time inspires us to be patient, just like the lightning struck branch that blooms next spring. Endurance helps us bear pain and hardship with grace. How does that not fit me? Holy crap. This was a meant to be show, and I don't believe in all these things. I don't ever think I had them in me. Okay, Bila. I think you're going to be the last one, because then I have something I want to play for you, and we're going to say goodnight. And I'm so happy I did this show. I'm so, so happy I did this show. Sandy Endurance is my last name. I sure as shit have. God, you guys don't even know the half of my life. But we all have those. Okay. This is Bila. Strength. Strength. My friend, he's got strength. Strength is more than a physical power. It is an intellectual and moral force. It is being tough enough to stay the course. Strength is the determination to follow through. Think about the power of water to carve out stone. Consider the sapling's fragile system compared to the deep roots of an old oak. Be strong. That is you. That is you. And I know you. That is you. Gregory, would you like me to do one for you? Kenny? Where's Kenny? Kenny who? Oh, Bila, I just did him. Okay, wait, you got me. Okay, let's do... Oh, call me Bodhisattva. Okay, we're going. All right. Yeah, I know, Bila. Here we go. Creativity for body. The joy in creativity is in the process, not necessarily the outcome. Let the divine energy of the universe flow through you. Make space in your life for expression. This is the time of your life to nurture new visions and skills. Paint, write, dance, sing, or tune your Harley. Recreate yourself. Now that would have been me, but I sold it. There you go, buddy. That was yours. That was beautiful. Well, I hope that you all have enjoyed. Oh, Max! Oh, where's Max? Is he still here? Max, you don't... Yes, you need one, Max. Everybody needs one tonight. Okay. Let's get one for Max. Okay. Max. Oh, here we go. Dignity. I do believe Max is dignified. Wow. Dignity. Time helps us honor the nobility of self. What we think of ourselves is now more important than what others think of us. Celebrate the unique you. Embrace your worthiness. Those who make you feel insecure can't do so without your permission. Respect yourself. And you are a beautiful person, Max. Just so you know that. I think we've covered everyone. This has been amazing. It's been amazing. I made a video to end. And again, I'll do my little shameless self-promotion. Shit's not great. All right. I made a video All right, I have a video. Oh no, where is it? Oh, I don't think I brought it up. I wonder if it's not meant to be. Um, Let me see if I can pull it up. It's a Jessica Wildfire article that I wanted to end with, and I'm going to find it because it is not Jessica. Okay, here it is. I'm going to open it.
It's already been a weird year.
I want us to listen to this. It's a video, but listen close. It ends, it's not particularly pertaining so much to everything we did, but I decided to, instead of read it, I tried something different. And I will be back to say goodbye. So don't leave. Don't leave. Let's listen. I've got it.
It's already been a weird year. Politicians in Iowa want to make it legal for 14-year-olds to work in meat packing plants. They also want 16-year-olds serving beer at football games. Health experts are debating whether it's ethical to impregnate brain-dead women if she gives consent beforehand, and whether we should just ask old people to off themselves. The same Yale professor said that whether we like it or not, forced euthanasia will certainly enter the chat over the next couple of decades. Fun times. A while back, I read an interesting article about rats that referenced John B. Calhoun's experiments during the late 1950s. Apparently, if you build little utopias for rodents, they still ruin everything. They create voluntary overcrowding scenarios and fight each other to the death for no real reason. It doesn't matter how much you give them in terms of food or resources, comfortable controlled temperatures, or sanitary conditions. The rat population always explodes until it reaches a psychological tipping point, then it collapses violently. The rats never reach the actual carrying capacity of their environment. They plateau at 50%. Calhoun confirmed that with Universe 25, a rat paradise that never even got close to its population limits. It grew to about 2,000 rats and then fell all the way down to 27 before the experiment ended. It's especially interesting to look at what happened with mating. Some male rats dominated, but there were still plenty of available females. Instead, the less dominant male rats started attacking each other. The females literally ran away. They hid. Even dominant females started injuring their own young when they were in the presence of dominant males, kicking them out of their nests before they were done weaning. Within about 5 years, the population became completely unproductive in any sense. It was basically a rat apocalypse. Calhoun called it a behavioral sink. We seem to be living through a behavioral sink right now. Humans are acting just like the rats. Maybe you've noticed. Our friends and coworkers are doing some really bizarre things that defy logic. Men are complaining about the dearth of women, and women are basically hiding from male aggression, which has become a daily threat to their lives. Some of the people we know seem to have a death wish. They're prone to irrational decisions and aggressive behavior for no clear reason. They say and do the dumbest, meanest things. The mayor of New York, of all people, just told us to pray away gun violence in schools. As a society, we're not okay. Nobody really talks about Calhoun much now. His writing had a spiritual and religious bent, but in light of what we're seeing now, I'd say his observations on behavioral sinks warrant some new attention. I mean, we're in one. Society has gone through behavior sinks before. A few months ago, I got especially interested in London during the 18th and 19th centuries. It's a prime example. The working class was so miserable and disease-ridden at times, they were literally drinking themselves to death with cheap gin. Even the aristocracy started to grow concerned because their workforce was collapsing. They depended on a steady inflow of peasants from the countryside to keep everything working. Maybe this set of circumstances sounds familiar. There's an unsettling number of parallels between the present day and historical urban life. It's shot through with behavioral sinks. We're completely capable of turning things around, but most people seem to be more interested in engaging in dominance displays than cooperating. It's everywhere. Above all, there's no sense of urgency anymore. Even those of us who care have felt something change recently. Our Overton windows have shifted. A few years ago, we were arguing for living wages and universal income. We were talking about taxing billionaires. Now we have to explain why it's not a good idea to let teens work in meat packing plants. We have to explain why you should cover your mouth when you sneeze, or wash your hands after using the bathroom. It's really something special. It's becoming normal to act with zero regard for other people, even if they're a friend or a family member. You see it more and more every day. We've been at a lack of terms to describe what's going on. Well, it's a behavioral sink. It sounds depressing, but I find it illuminating. No, you're not crazy. You're not a doomer. You're not a buzzkill. It's not just in your head. You're witnessing something that happens in other animals, and it's happening to us. We just don't see it, because humans think they're special. We humans like to pretend we're the pinnacle of evolution. We're not. We're flawed creatures with all kinds of psychological blind spots. Fortunately, we have some really smart people who've learned things about how to build a healthy, functional society. We've especially learned that often, the devastation and destruction humanity suffers through happens as a result of our own ignorance. We're smart enough to build utopias for rats, but we're too arrogant to understand that we're basically rats on 2 feet that talk. You know how the advice crowd likes to tell us all of our problems exist in our heads, and we're responsible for our own suffering. They're wrong about that on the individual level, but if you apply that idea to society at large, then it makes perfect sense. We really are doing it to ourselves, except we're doing it by insisting on toxic attitudes and beliefs about how societies should function. We've got it all backward, and it's all been observed before. We just have to listen. As always, the real question isn't whether bad things will happen or if society will collapse. As Calhoun's work on behavioral sinks tells us, societies absolutely will collapse if we don't exercise a little self-awareness and put a check on our own behavior, our desires, and our aggressive impulses. As it turns out, addressing our behavioral sink will pose far more obstacles than solving any of the physical problems or limits we face. That's where we start running into real challenges, convincing humans to give up their self-destructive tendencies. Personally, that's where I start to feel a little despair. We're capable of working together, but right now we aren't. Even if you're a pessimistic doomer who thinks we don't stand a chance, I think it's worth at least having some framework for understanding exactly where and how humanity went wrong. It's not so difficult to understand. It's not some mystery. It happens to every other species. We've slipped into a global behavioral sink. Can we climb out? I don't know.
I forgot to unmute it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I will thank you. I love you. I'm sorry about my not in front of my face volume. Um, okay. All of us live streamers do that. Anyway, thank you for coming. I left you with a bang. I'm not muted. No, I'm not muted. No. All right, guys. Well, good night. Thank you so much. And Jennifer and I will see you on Friday night. We will have a great show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.